As an engineer, I've always liked to figure out how things work. I've liked to fix things that are broken. I like to invent things that haven't been invented. The fact that I ended up working on bicycles is really kind of a leap into a very different area. Being an engineer and being reasonably mechanical, I thought that's something I can do. Even though I'd had bikes in the past, I'd never looked very carefully at how they actually work. But when you get into looking at derailleurs and all of the intricate mechanisms and adjustments that are on them, it really takes a while to figure out how well that works. The most common problems are the shifters, the internal parts that have grease in them have frozen up. A lot of times the brakes squeak or they're uneven. Sometimes gears don't shift through all the shifters. If I'm lucky, a bike takes 1 to 2 hours. A bike that's worth fixing but has some serious problems could take up to 8 hours. That's rewarding to take a bike that's almost unrideable and then end up finding a bike that somebody can really enjoy. The number of bikes that we've been getting to work on started out with about 20 back in 2018. Last year we had almost 60 bikes, refurbished 55 of them myself. I think this year we have about 50. We get some bikes that are 40 years old. In fact, we get some that are older than that. Some of the bikes come in covered with dust and leaves and spider webs, and it's kind of a shame that they were left outside for a couple of years. But if they clean up nicely, then it's a lot easier to feel this is going to be worth it when I'm done. My favorite part of working on bikes and fixing bikes is figuring out what's wrong and then the feeling of satisfaction if I can fix it. I'd say the second part is selling a bike that I know is a good bargain to somebody that really needs one. And every now and then, a little child ends up coming up with her first bike and walks away with a big smile.